Good morning, everyone. We are. Can everybody hear me? Jared, can you hear me, sir? Okay, I am not hearing. I'm not hearing Clubhouse.
I hear myself.
Make sure I can hear Clubhouse. Okay, I'm hearing Clubhouse now. All
Okay.
right, Kenyatta, are you there?
Yeah, they can hear you.
Kenyatta.
I'm here.
Okay. Okay, I just want to make sure I can hear them.
Okay, no
All right.
problem.
All right, excellent. All right, and listen, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. You want to, if you are on Clubhouse and you have the ability to stream, please. I'm getting ready to show my background here, so anybody who wants to see where we're working from today, please give them instruction on how they can see the live.
Kenyatta, you want to talk about
I was stuck in the back channel. Okay, you guys, if you're here and you want to see the example, you want to see this example. You want to go to ice10klive.com and then pick from Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or YouTube on how you can see Don break all of this down.
All right. So listen, and Kenyatta, I'm getting ready to show our background. This is not a virtual background, folks. This is a real background. This is from my. This is this is how it looks from
Wow.
my bedroom, one of my balconies.
Oh my.
See, there's the other. See, there's the other balcony over there behind me there. Okay. And let me see. Let me show you the neighbors over here. But this is oh, you can't see the neighbors because it's right in the sun.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if you could see that,
Wow.
but man, that's the neighbor's house right there. It's huge. All right. And this is where we're working from, folks. This is what can happen. This is what can happen when you stop giving all of your money to the bank. Okay. Stop giving your money to the bank and uh, cut your interest cost by 75%. You can still get your house. You can still get your education. You can still pay for all of. You can pay for your car. You can pay for your education. You can pay for your house. You can use loans for all of it. But
Mm.
guess what? You don't have to pay 30 for 30 years or forever. Okay. What you can do is pay off everything in 7 to 9 years and then take that 150 to $300,000 in interest you don't have to pay and invest it in the Caribbean so you can you can come here when it gets cold. Have mercy. Listen, folks, I'm excited to get into the content today. And Jared, I believe we have somebody on the stage already. And from time to time, I'll stand up and show the background. Okay. So listen, all I'm asking is please don't hate me. That's all I'm saying.
Hey Don, so for the sake that Nikki is on stage, do you want to just quickly introduce yourself and then we can get right into the content, and then after she's done, we can go through moderator introductions? What do you think about that?
Listen, man, I love it when you're the moderator, you know? Well, listen, folks, my name is Don Daniel, and I'm the founder of Pill Method International, a better way to eliminate debt. And listen, we have developed a way to help people to understand how amortization really works. How is that? Because I have what some people call Asperger's. I'm autistic, and because of that, when I look at an amortization schedule, I see the patterns. I mean, they just pop off the screen to me, off the page, and I'm saying, why are we paying interest like this? Why are we allowing the bank to tell us it's 3% interest when we're actually going to pay back 51% of what we borrow? Why are we allowing them to tell us it's 4% interest when in fact we're going to pay back 71% of what we borrowed in the form of interest? Let me give you just a quick example of what I'm talking about, and then we're going to get to Nikki. If let's just say you have $100,000 mortgage, okay, at 4% interest. Do you realize you're going to pay back over 30 years? You're going to pay back $71,000 on a $100,000 mortgage at 4%. Now tell me, all the math geniuses out there, how does 4% become $71,000 on a $100,000 loan? Listen, folks, that's what we're talking about. It should only be about $19,000 or $20,000 by the time we get done with it, and that's what we do here. So, folks, if you want to see some of these examples, you need to be on either Twitter or Facebook or YouTube or LinkedIn so that you can see everything that we're doing here today. And Jared, I am so grateful for you and all the moderators and everyone in the room right now. I see that there's 33 people in here, but I only see 3 shares. Okay. All right. Come on, folks. There's good information in here. Hit those 2 arrows in the lower left hand of your screen and get some people in here. All right. So that they can get some of this content. Jared, back to you, sir.
Go. Oh, sorry about that. I'm going to be the first to follow Don's lead, and I'm going to go ahead and throw up some gem emojis because he's about to drop some gems. And look at that. Click share. Okay, there it is. Now you see it went from 3 to 4. So I'd love to see everybody follow my lead. Click that button in the lower left-hand corners. Leave a comment. Let's see that number rise to 10, 15, 20. We got 34 in the room, and like you said, get to your computer, your laptop. You're gonna want to see this. And also, we're gonna basically delay moderator introductions, but that doesn't mean you have to delay following the moderators on stage. Definitely click on Kenyatta, Wise CEO, Aaron, and Kirk's profiles. Give them a follow, and most importantly, give Don a follow. Click the always notification next to the follow button, so anytime he pops on the stage, you will be alerted. All right, Nikki, wanted to get to you immediately because you came on stage fast, and we appreciate that. And if you want to come on stage, please raise your hand. And if you're on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube, put in your question in the chat. Kirk will make sure that we get to you. So we want this to be interactive. As many questions as possible in the next 2 hours, the better. So, Nikki, please unmic and let us know what your question is. How can we help you?
Yes, can you hear me?
Loud
Very
and
well,
clear.
Nikki.
Oh, good morning, everyone. Yes, this is Nikki. Yeah, I've been trying to get through to you all, but I travel, and right now I'm talking to you from Brazil. So hello from Brazil. One of the things that I did this past week after finding you on Clubhouse 2 weeks ago was I called my mortgage company. Interesting. uh, the mortgage company does not list uh, my amortization schedule. All they have is the initial amortization schedule. And when I pressed them to find and show me how much, when I'm making all my extra payments, brings down my interest rate and the chart, they were unable to provide me of that. So I have found that these institutions make it difficult for you to follow how, when you're making extra payments, for you to be able to follow how much is going towards your actual principal payment and the interest payment. He told me, I'll have to mail you that information. And I told him, no, I know that that goes through immediately, and you're able to tell me what will be the next payment for the next month. But he insisted, and they refused to give me that information.
Well, Nikki, I want to help out here. Can everybody hear me? I had to put my AirPods in. Great, fantastic. All right, so Nikki, here's what's going on. And the poor soul that answered the phone, all right, you would think that to work there, they need to understand amortization schedules. They don't have a clue. If that person who answered the phone, if you gave them $500 and said, put this on your own mortgage and figure out how much interest you just saved, do you know they couldn't do it? If you asked your accountant to do the same thing, your accountant couldn't do it, or your financial planner, or your real estate agent that sold you your house, or the loan officer that actually gave you the loan for your mortgage. It is not required In fact, it's not even part of the testing to become a loan officer, to understand amortization schedules and how to defeat them, and how to figure out how much interest is paid or how much interest is saved with a prepayment. That's not part of the training. The part of their training that is important to the company is how to sell mortgages, period. Nothing wrong with that. It's just that they're not taught that. Now the people that own the business, they understand it very well, but they're not teaching their employees. So please don't fault the person that answered the phone. Does that make sense, Nikki?
What do you think? Yes, it does. What do you suggest I do in this situation? Because I concur with what you just said, as I was actually speaking to a manager. I went
Mm-hmm.
up the chain to speak to a manager, and I could tell that he had no idea and no understanding of what I was actually asking them to do. So
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering, what is your advice in this situation?
Okay, so Nikki, what we're going to do here is show you. I've done several programs on this. I think we have about 30 episodes up now, and I go over this practically every episode. You can learn from there. I have some older videos. You can learn how to do it there. Um, but if you want to know how this applies to you in your situation, every time
Yes.
every time, even if I gave you an amortization schedule, I could give you an amortization schedule in about 30 seconds if you give me certain information. But if you pay just $1 prepaid on that amortization schedule is now destroyed. You
Yes.
have to have a whole new one.
Yes.
So this is why we have a cloud-based computing platform specifically designed to beat the bank at their own game. And so when you pay an extra amount, inside the program, the algorithms create a brand new amortization schedule for you, and then it's sitting there ready for you the next time you're ready to put money on debt. So can you actually see our examples?
Actually, no, because
Okay,
I'm on a different schedule and I'm not able
okay,
to connect.
okay,
I'm on my telephone actually
okay.
speaking to you.
All right, here's what we can do. All right. Um, I in our program, when we pay extra, I can go through it and explain it and let everybody else see, um, if that's okay. And I can show what happens when you pay extra and how our program automatically tells you how much interest you save in just a couple of seconds. And I can explain it to you. Would you like me to try to create a work picture for you?
Yes.
Okay, great. So what we're going to do now is, and everybody who's used to coming into the room, I'm used to having three screens, but right now I have one. So we're going to get this done. So I'm going to pull this up, and while I'm doing this, Jared, could you let Kenyatta, who is our official lender for the Pill Method Club, tell us why she's the official lender for the Pill Method Club. And while she's doing that and telling us who she is, I'll get this first example set up.
I won't wait for you, Jared. I got this. So you guys, I just want to start out by saying that I lost my god sister yesterday, and I'm not
Oh,
saying that for no other reason other than telling you to be intentional about your life. And when it comes down to being intentional about your life, what you want to do is make sure your quality of life is spent with those that you loved. And I'm so happy that both her and I were entrepreneurs enough to be able to spend time. What would happen if you could retire yourself from making the proper investments and also applying pill method so that you can buy back time so that you can spend it with people you love, because right now we don't know how long we have here. So make the most of your life. And I'm saying this as a person that is able to assist you with that to start setting that up. But I mean that, so much. But I'm Kenyatta. You can find me at kenyatta10k.com. I'm here to help you with properties in the states of Illinois, Georgia, Florida, as well as land on those deals, as well as help you cancel the debt on those deals with the interest cost. And if you just came into the room, go ahead and go to ice10klive.com on your tablet, laptop, or desktop so that you can view these examples so you can start living a better life. Honestly, it's just like that. Thank you and good morning.
Sorry for your loss, Kenyatta. And yeah, that's a real passion of mine too. Is just letting everybody know that tomorrow's not promised, and that's why I try to spend every day intentional, and that's why this room is really important because your quality of life can be so much more improved. Your children's quality of life can be so much more improved with this type of information. Turn interest costs into your kids' inheritance, and that's super important. So also, if you want to see this example that Don's about to put up for Nikki, go to ice10klive.com, go to your laptop, desktop, or iPad, and choose either Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, or Twitter. And Nikki, I know you can't see the example now, but you can watch the replay later today on any of those 4 channels, and you'll be able to see what Don is breaking down for us right now. So with that being said, Don, if you're ready, I'm gonna pass it back to you.
All right, here we go. Let's see here. Let's do this. I've got to. My computer is making me do stuff here. All right, so let's put this on. I've got to cancel this. All right.
And Don, if you need another second,
yeah, let's do it. I'm still learning
no
how to
problem.
share with one screen.
All right. And thank you so much for the audience for bearing with us. Don is in paradise right now. He's not in the studio. So, these are good problems to have, but just stick with us. He's going to figure it out. In the meantime, I'm going to pass the mic to Y CEO so she can introduce herself. All right. She might not be around.
I'm
There she
here.
is.
I'm back. Thank you all so much. I really love the fact that Don is over there in beautiful St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. Oh, yes, we're going. We're going. Well, everybody, I'm the Y CEO, and here on Clubhouse, I'm an executive business coach, and I run a club, yceonetwork.club, that is meeting today. And yes, you can go to that link, yceo.club, and you can actually join the club. It's today at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And today, what we're going to be talking about is how to properly structure your business and how to make sure that you are connected in the right way in every single area. We've got speakers that are going to be there today, so make sure you come in and tap in. Well, in my physical world, I am not only a community action agent, I change the laws in the great state of Ohio at the Supreme Court level. Found out on Clubhouse that was cool. I didn't even know it before. I thought everybody could do that. And I'm also a 3-time award-winning philanthropist, and I'm also in the property development space, the commercial property development space. And I truly, truly enjoy what I do. I enjoy changing communities for the better. And tap into me at yceo10k.com to get more information, or if I can help you connect, and I've helped a lot of people on Clubhouse connect to those that they need to connect to. So I'm a connector of people too. So tap into me at yceo10k.com. Thank you so much. God bless.
All right. Kurt, Don, how does it look now?
No, I'm right now. I have lost the ability to share the screen. Chrome has lost permission to capture the screen, so I've got to go into my settings. So go ahead. Let's do everybody else, and I've got to go into the settings and set it up again. But thankfully, I have a good teacher.
Hey, Don, were you just going to go to Brett Whistle?
No, I was not.
Oh, okay. You're going to go to P.I.L.L. Okay.
Right. Yeah. So I've got to be. Let's see here. Let me do this, and try to do it this way. Go ahead. I'll try one more thing here.
All right, cool.
and
Let's
get it going.
continue with the introductions. Let's go to Aaron.
Great morning, everybody. Don, thanks for inviting us to see that breathtaking view. Oh my gosh. I want to go. I want to visit that property. And I just love how you are able to pour
Aaron,
into
let's
it
raise
and
up.
also
I'll get the tickets. Let's go.
let's go. Let's make it
Let's
a trip.
surprise him.
I'm here for it. But I just love how Don is not only able to pour into us, teach us, but also show us
Mm.
the lifestyle that he's been able to create with the pill method. So it just speaks volume. But good morning, everybody. I am Erin Porsche, founder and CEO of Global Works Consulting Group, where we help build community and create innovative ways to close the wealth gap. My company is highly focused on business development and organizational change management. And there we help diversify small and medium sized businesses' clientele to sell to the federal government. So, for anyone that is interested in learning how you can level up your company and sell to the federal government, feel free to visit LadyErin10K.com. We help with everything from business infrastructure all the way to building dynamic teams so that you can build the capacity and understand what your core capabilities are and package that information to market to the federal government. So, love to hear from you, love to support you. And if you have any questions, my DMs are wide open. Again, thanks for having me.
All right. Just in case, let's go to Jacob.
Good morning. Well, just in case. Oh, yeah. So really
Man, just in
quick,
case
Aaron
Don's
makes
not ready.
rooms legit, by the way. Just that's how I put it. Yeah. Thank you, Aaron, darling. Good morning, Jared. How you doing?
Doing well, man. How you doing?
Fantastic. Thank you. My name is Jacob Jennings, and I am the founder of the Sherlock Holmes Foundation. We are a 501c3 dedicated to ending housing insecurity for all vulnerable populations. I specialize in the LGBTQ and kids aging on foster care, but we've been helping people get housing if they're veterans or survivors of domestic abuse or human trafficking. It has been a crazy couple years. And while Don is out there tanning and looking like he's enjoying all of life's great glories, I am in Richmond, Virginia, where it is freezing cold. But we are opening up our next sober home tomorrow. We're closing on it, and then going down to Raleigh to open up our other home. So we're opening up homes around the country, but we need people like you to help us do so to combat this housing pandemic. So if you're interested in learning more, please go ahead and send me messages. I will tell you when we're hosting rooms. And Don is actually he was actually the catalyst to help us open up our Raleigh home. So we were very excited to share this with him while he is over there drinking pina coladas and forgetting all the pains of the world. So, but I'm here to help any way I can. I'm just glad to be a part of the conversation. So y'all have a fantastic morning. I'm Jacob, and you are fabulous.
Jacob, I know you didn't say it was cold there. You used to live in Chicago. You know all about cold.
I do know about cold weather. That's why I left for palm trees. Let's be very clear about this. In Miami, the only snow we see comes in a dime bag. Not that I'm endorsing it. I'm just saying it's very cold here.
Lord have mercy. Okay,
That's what I
I
said
have
when I got the plane.
I've got it fixed, folks. I've got it fixed. All right, Nikki. All right, Nikki, I'm ready for you now. So what we're going to do here is what people are seeing on the screen. Let's invite the folks in. We've got 9 people in here right now. Let's invite the folks in one more time on how they can see this example that Nikki brought to us.
So, good people, what you want to do is go to ice10klive.com and you want to click between Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or YouTube, however you want to see this example, but make sure you do it. And don't stop there. Go ahead and share the wealth of knowledge with whomever you can on those platforms. Thank you and God bless.
All right. So, Kirk, are we seeing the example okay?
Yes, we are. Looks
All
great.
right. All right. So here's what we've got, folks. Listen, and folks, I'm telling you, if you're trying to do something like this and you're not real techie, and you don't have an expert like Kirk Nugent right there to help you out. Now, I've seen, now, I've had this problem before. Kirk told me how to handle it at one other time, and that information just kept flooding back into my mind. So what I had to do was I had to go into my systems. I had to go to screen sharing, and then give permissions back to Chrome. Then I had to shut Chrome all the way down and then bring it back. So now you're able to see what we're doing here, and it's just amazing to be able to do it. Listen, do it on the fly, and not break down and say, "Oh, shut the whole thing off. I can't do it." Anyway, Nikki, can you hear me? Okay. As
She's
we're
on mute
talking,
right now.
you're muted. Okay. So here's what we've got, folks. We have a $200,000 mortgage in here at 6%.
Now, I'm sorry.
Yes, I can. I can. So if you want to work with me here, and we're going to show you what's happening. I have a $200,000 mortgage in here. I've got a $25,000 auto loan, and I have some credit card debt in here. All right, and with our program, we're going to be able to save immediately. It's right on the screen. $179,393 in interest. That's our potential interest savings. And just by plugging these numbers into our system, we can tell that right away. That's what's important. Okay, it's the interest you don't pay that matters, not how fast you can pay down the loan, but how cheaply you can pay down the loan. All right, $179,000. And so what we're going to do here is go into our program, and I might need to go into a different program because now my program is stalled. All right, so this is live, folks. It's like live TV. You just gotta go with it. You gotta go with it. Let me go ahead and shut this down. All right, and while that is working, I'm gonna bring up Brett Whistle. Can you see Brett Whistle now?
Yes,
The
we can.
amortization calculator?
Yep.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do here is put in the $200,000 mortgage at 6%. Okay. And now my payment is $1,199.10. So the program was going to put a certain amount of money on the debt. And by putting a certain amount of money on the debt, then the program figures out exactly how much interest you would save, Nikki. So it would do something like this as soon as I can get it up and running. So right now, in the first year on this mortgage, if we just follow the banks, if we follow the banks leading on this, we will pay this loan down by $2,456 in the first year. The amount of interest that we would have to pay is $11,993.19. So number one, if you don't have a way to figure cumulative interest and cumulative principal, that's already a problem. Because most people have no idea how much interest they're consuming per month. Does that make sense, Nikki?
Yes, it does.
So by the end of the year, because we have a payment that we can afford, most people aren't looking at the fact that we have a principal payment of about $200 and an interest payment of about $1,000 every single month. How fair is that? 200 bucks going to principal to pay down the loan, and the bank gets $1,000 in interest. But we get a payment we can afford. Boy. So here's what's happening. At the end of 1 year, we would pay this loan down by $2,456.01, and which means our $200,000 mortgage is paid down to $197,543.99. That's all we have left to pay. But to get there, we had to give the bank $11,933. Follow so far?
Yes.
So what if we gave the bank the $2,456 and a penny. What if we didn't give it to them over 12 monthly installments? What if we gave them the 2456 with our very first payment?
Mm.
We would be paid down to line 12 on our amortization schedule in just 1 month. We would be paid down to the same $197,543.99. Then the interest saved is easily figured out at $10,944.42. That's how much interest is saved if you do that. I think did we lose Nikki?
No, she's there.
But anyway, okay, folks, this is how it works. All right, Nikki, do you have any up?
No, we did lose her. Sorry.
Okay, let's see if we can get her back. But folks, this is how this whole thing works. Is if you and so we plug all of this into our computer. So even if you pay $100 extra on your mortgage with this particular mortgage at this time, you would save about $500 in interest. How valuable would that be to be able to do that, Kurt?
That's a lot of interest we would save. That's a lot of money that we would save that we could repurpose and put into something else. So that would be very valuable.
Okay, so we got Nikki back. So Nikki, thank you for coming back. So did you get a chance to hear any of that?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Okay, and so with that, if you have a program that's specifically written that can tell you how much.
I think we're getting a bit of a loop. So I don't know, Nikki, if you're listening to it online, we're probably getting a little bit of that.
No, can you hear me?
We can. I'm hearing a little bit of a loop back as well.
Okay, it could be from me.
Now I just keep moving around because.
No, that could be from me.
Oh, okay. No, we're not hearing anything now, so we're good.
Okay. All right. So Nikki, so if you have a computer program that's specifically designed to plug in your numbers, and you prepay any amount, even if it's $1, your program can then tell you how much interest you save because of that dollar. And the reason why they can't tell you that is because they don't have in their systems. Because I mean, in any place where you work, they're using a computer screen and they're using applications, but they don't have an application. None of I'm talking about from the boss, from the boss's level on down, from the people who own the company on down. They don't have an application on their computers that says if I pay this much on this mortgage, I save this much interest. They don't have it.
I see. Well, I just with my payments, I always make an extra payment. Like for an example, I just paid the monthly payment, but I made an additional $500 payment towards that.
Right.
And so now I don't know I mean, I understand what you're saying, and that's what I need to know a chart like what you have for my particular situation.
Well, see, here's what
But they're
happens.
unable to tell me this.
Right. They're unable to tell you because they don't have an application on their computers that could tell you that. They don't have it. So I'm going to, while we're doing this, I'm going to pull up another screen and see if I can make this thing work. So Nikki, here's what I'm saying. That when you do have that application and you put down, in this case, we have a $200,000 mortgage at 6%. And I'm showing that if you paid even $100 extra, you know how much interest you save. Now, I'm glad you're putting about $500 down every month. What you can see is the $500 being applied to principal, correct?
Yes, I do apply it to principal. Absolutely.
Okay,
Yes.
absolutely. And you can actually track that when you get your statement each month.
But that's the interesting thing. No, it's not, it didn't appear on the statement as well. So
Oh,
I said to them, I need someone new to manage my mortgage. And of course, now that's a whole other issue, another conversation,
okay.
another day,
All right.
right?
Let me let me. Are you also? How do you apply that extra $500? Let's talk about that.
I pay online
Hmm.
because I travel, and I
Yep.
go under principal and I add the extra principal. I
Okay.
understood the concept that you said, that
Hmm.
once I've paid interest for that month, whatever money I make, whatever payment I make towards the principal does not get hit with interest. So that's the
Right.
reason why I pay the extra $500 a month.
Okay. Well, if you use their system and you're putting it on the line where it says make an extra principal payment, you're doing it exactly right. So don't worry about that. That can be easily figured out. Here's what is not easily figured out, and this is what we need to pay attention to. And I'm glad you brought this to our attention. When you go to the department store and you buy something on sale, and when you're checking it out, what do they print at the bottom of the receipt?
The date
How,
and
how much interest you save?
how much, right?
I mean, I mean,
Yeah,
I I mean, I mean, how much you save by buying these items on sale?
yes, yes.
Okay. Why do they do that?
I'm not sure. Maybe to entice you to buy again, to come
There
again,
you
to
go.
make savings.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So
Hmm.
if your department store can do it, have you ever, because you paid that $500 extra, and and your department store can tell you how much you save by buying those items. When you're making a $500 payment extra, you're buying. Here's what you're buying: interest savings and time savings. That $500 is worth something in interest savings. They're not printing that in your statement. They're not telling you how much interest you save.
Of course, right.
Okay, and there's a reason for that, because it would encourage you to do it again if you found out that $500 applied to your principal would save you $2,000 in interest or $1,000 in interest, depending on what it would be. And listen, you would get ideas,
I understand what you're saying.
okay?
Yes, yes, yes,
Because what we're used to looking at is putting the $500 and watching for the principal to go down.
yes.
But we're not paying off a loan to see the principal go down.
Mm,
That's not the focus.
mhm.
If your loan was 0% interest, is there any benefit to you to pay the loan off early if it was 0% interest?
No, no.
Mm-mm. So we're not doing it for that. We're doing it because we want to save the interest. And we're totally not focused there. And this is the purpose of this room, so that we can become focused on the real reasons why we do anything. I want to save as much money as I possibly can by shopping on the sale rack. I'm just trying to put your mortgage on the sale rack. That's all.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you.
Because if I come home, if I go shopping by myself, which is not often, if I go shopping by myself and I didn't get it off the sale rack, guess what my wife does?
Take it back, probably.
Takes it back,
Oh, honey.
gets the refund, and then buys 3 or 4 times as much stuff off the sale rack for me.
Yes, yes.
But oh, never
Go
mind.
ahead, Jacob. Go ahead, Jacob. Talk
My
to him.
heart breaks, honey. You're just wonderful. You're lovely. Yeah, that's right. Please tell me at least if you're buying designer off the sale rack. You know what? Don't tell me. I don't want to know. It's fine. We love you. We love you. We love you.
So that's what we're talking about, Nikki. But so if we have a system that does that, please don't blame those people who are answering the phone. It's not that they didn't want to tell you; they can't tell you. And in
Well,
any
I
situation,
do. I do in a sense because
okay,
now I mean, like you have this in front of you. I want
Hmm.
to be able to uh, know that if I make, uh, let's say I pay the extra $2,000 or whatever it was that you mentioned for the 12
Hmm.
months.
Hmm.
I guess what I'm trying to know is, um, will I pay interest for the rest of the year, or is that just a savings that I made for 12 months? Or I'm a bit
Okay.
confused.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about that. So let's just say I'm just picking out some numbers. Let's just say you paid enough principal in 1 month that you would normally pay in a year. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So now you knock off 12 payments that you never have to make. You just reduce your mortgage by 12 payments right there because you did it all at once. So if we're looking at your amortization schedule and we're paid down to line 12 on your amortization schedule, we do that in 1 month. The next month you're on line 13 of your amortization schedule.
I
That's how that
see.
works.
I
Okay.
see. Yes,
And
I
that's
understand.
that's what we're that's what we're doing there. And I'm trying to go over here to another screen so we can actually show this, what we're doing when we are looking at this. So let me go ahead and stop sharing this screen, go back over to here, and let's see if I can share a new screen. Okay, and there we go. Share that. And all right, Kurt, what are you seeing?
We got it. We got it.
We got it. Okay. So here's what I was trying to show before, Nikki. I have on my screen our program, and we can see 3 months at a time. We can see December, January, and February. So our program just tracks all of your spending and all of your income, and any extra money that the program sees, it asks you to put that in your savings. And here's how we break down the budget. But first part of the budget, your lifestyle. Okay, what does it take for Nikki to to be able to live her life in the custom in the way in which she's accustomed? Okay, because there are some programs out there that talk about paying off your debt quicker. That say eat beans and rice 7 days a week, don't go anywhere, don't do anything, don't go to Brazil. Okay, drive a 30-year-old car, and then when all of your debt is paid off, now you can start living. And most people say, I don't like that plan. What about you?
No, I'm not living that lifestyle at all.
I'm not living that lifestyle either. so, so here's what we're doing. So we first, the first thing is your lifestyle spend. Next is your savings. Are you putting away the right amount of money towards savings, towards retirement, and that sort of thing? So that is the next level. All right. The level down below that is um, paying the minimum on your debt. You got to at least pay the minimum on debt, and then after that is paying, buying food, paying for electricity, cell phone, just your regular budgetary spending, just so that you can exist on this earth. Okay, so we take care of all those. If we take care of those four things, that's everything. Okay.
Yes.
So if you know what that is, you can stay within that budget. So a budget is not restrictive. A budget is supposed to only track your spending and then keep you within the boundaries that you set for yourself. Nobody's setting your boundaries. You set your boundaries. And number one is how much do I spend on you? How much do I spend on me? How much do we spend on Nikki? Right? So Nikki can feel good about life. So that goes first. So then we do everything else. Once we have taken care of that, we stop spending because we have everything we need. Then the program says put that in savings. Okay. So once we put that in savings, then the program will say, how much do we put on debt for Nikki? So in this case, this is John and Rebecca Jones. And now we can see If we start this thing in December, we can see in the upper left-hand window that in February 6th, we'll be able to put $3,120 on debt. And where did that money come from? Not taking it from uh, Nikki's lifestyle budget. It came from after she's lived her life and done well and put this money in savings. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And so now when we scroll down and see that we're going to pay off the Visa, all right, in one fell swoop, we can say, so when we pay off that $2,000 Visa, the program automatically calculates our future interest savings at $1,736.34. How would you like to be able to see that at any given point? I paid this off and I saved that interest. And then after that, we can then look at the fact that we paid on the 1st of February, we paid our mortgage. And then 5 days later, the program said put an additional $1,116.98 on principal of the mortgage. Tells you exactly what day, exactly what amount, and don't put any more than that because the day is optimized and the amount is optimized. And for John and Rebecca Jones, for putting $1,116.98, they're saving $5,435.91 in interest. The very thing that you're looking for doesn't exist at the bank. It exists here with the P.I.L.L method.
Okay. Okay. I got it.
Okay?
Yes. Thank you.
So if you would like to do no more, please, do you see the link at the top? That's ice10klive.com. Please put that into your browser. And then when you click that, it will take you to a page that says get a savings. No, you go to a page and then you'll see a button that says get a savings and earnings report. Click that button, follow the directions, and when you follow the directions, you'll get a code in your cell phone because we got to confirm your cell phone number. So you get a message, take the code from the message, and input it into the website. It will let you into a financial form. Put that information in your form. Put that your information in that form, and then someone will contact you to set up consultation. You will know the month, day, and year you'll be debt free, and how much interest you save. But once you're in the program, every move you make will be tracked. Every dollar you apply to principal, you will know exactly how much interest you saved with that one transaction. But we're going to add it up for you and keep track of it. For the entirety of the time that you're in that mortgage, at an average of 7 to 9 years instead of 30 years to now.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. And listen, I'm here in St. Thomas, but I would love to go to Brazil. So listen, you got to share some notes on where to go and what to do and how we can get there.
Yeah. Well, I'm a flight attendant, so I fly all around the place. So the next time I speak to you, I'll probably be in Spain. So it's just.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Wow, wow.
Okay. Listen, folks. I was bragging a minute ago, but now I can't. I have to stop. Miss Nikki, thank you so much for bringing that to the stage. Is there any other questions I can answer for you?
Um, One other thing. So
Mhm.
I wanted to refinance my mortgage to take money out of the house, and I have
Yes.
the broker pushing me to do it. But now that I've found your method, I'm wondering whether or not it's worth it for me to do the refinance or not.
Well, it all depends on why you refinancing to take cash out. Do you have a particular reason to take the cash out?
Yes, because I want to buy a multiplex, another property, and this is why what Kenyatta said I'd like to connect with her to
Hmm.
see if she could do refinancing for me because yes, I'd like to take the money
out to invest it in something else.
Well, listen,
Absolutely, I can.
she's flashing her mic because I know she can. Absolutely, she can. What state is that? What state do you want to put that multiplex?
In Florida.
Oh my gosh, she's all over Florida. All right.
Oh, really? Kenyatta, I
Yeah.
don't know how to get in touch with you.
I'm sending you my information through the back channel now.
Okay.
All right. So here's what I'm talking. Here's what I'm hearing. You're sitting on equity that
Oh,
you could
yeah. I
cash
have like
out.
$100,000 of equity.
Yeah, that you could cash out and then put take that money and invest it in some other property that you can then turn that into some passive income. Is that what I'm hearing?
Exactly.
I do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it's all about passive income. I am completely enamored with passive income and completely allergic to paying any type of interest at all.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do for my clients now. Let's say I have a client that has a mortgage, right, and they're in a similar situation like you. They're going to they're going to cash out refi, and when they do it, they're going to get a new 30-year mortgage, and this is what I recommend. Right, I'm just giving you the playbook here. If you're paid down to 22 years, don't get a 22-year mortgage. Go ahead, cash out, and get a new 30-year mortgage. Okay, because
Okay.
our program does not look at the years that is listed where it says what is your term. It doesn't look at the term. It looks at how much money you owe. And let me tell you, folks, if you have 300, if you owe $300,000, and in my program, your 30-year mortgage pays off in 7 years, guess what? Your 25-year mortgage still pays off in 7 years. Your 20-year mortgage pays off in that amount of time. Your 15-year mortgage still pays off in 7 years. So why get anything less? Get a 30, okay? And let's find out, let's just say that in our program, you're supposed to pay off in 7 years. Once you get your multiplex, when it's fully rented, and you get a new 30-year mortgage,
Yes.
it generally adds onto your current situation no more than 3 years, not 30. When you add a new um, property that is investment property that's fully rented, it will only add about 3 years. So now you're getting out of debt in 7 years on one property. You'll be out of debt in about 10 on two properties using the system. And don't worry about the interest rate on the loan, because the lower the interest rate, the harder it is to pay the loan off faster and cheaper.
Really?
Really. Well, think about it from the bank's point of view. They only have one product to lend, correct? They got one product. They lend money. And listen, and if you have just like let's say you had another, a business where you sold a product, and you don't have multiple prices for that product. You have one price for that
Right.
product. Okay. Well, and you're in that to make a profit. So if you get a lower interest rate, the lowest interest rate possible, the reason why you do that is so that you can save money, correct?
Yes.
If you're saving money, who has to be losing money?
The bank.
And why would they ever put themselves in that position?
Exactly.
Okay?
Right.
So you've got to ask a question. If they're telling me I can save money, what's in it for them?
Mm.
And I can show you what's in it for them. Every single thing that you've ever learned about lending and saving money, I guarantee you it makes money for the bank. And I'll show you how to undo that so that you can save the maximum amount of interest for you. Now, let me give you, now I'm going to do something else for you right now. I'm going to put Brett Whistle on the screen. Like I'm going to put an amortization schedule on the screen. All right. And because you're going to take out $100,000 in equity, right?
Yes.
Okay. And what I'm and let's see here. I've got to get this so we can actually see it on the screen. This is going crazy. Wow. Why is it doing that?
Yeah, it's huge.
I know. I've tried to. There we go.
There we go.
All right. Okay. So, all right. So, can you tell me the original amount of your mortgage, please?
For the place that I have or the place
Mm-hmm.
that I,
Right. The place that you have now.
I think the original amount was uh, two hundred thousand 66.
Okay. All
200,
right. Let's just.
266,000. I'm sorry, 266,000. I wrote down what it is
Okay.
right now, but I
All right.
believe it's
266,000. And what was
correct.
the original interest rate?
The interest rate is 6, 3.65.
Okay. 3.65. Okay. So I'm just doing this right quick here. And your payment on that is $1,216.84. Now, if we were getting our equity only from paying down the mortgage, not in addition to having market conditions, which have been great lately. Okay. So let's just say we're using just paying down the mortgage to get to 100,000 in equity. Okay.
Okay.
So it would take 184 payments to do that. Okay.
Okay.
A little over
Okay.
15 years.
Okay.
Okay. And it would cost $123,000 in interest to do that. So
Mm, mm,
if we're getting our equity out and we feel good about the equity, but we're totally ignoring the interest cost to get that equity, that's not good business in my estimation.
mm.
Make sense?
I think
So
so.
once you're in this program and you want to do it again on your new multiplex and you want to take a certain amount of money out, we're going to show you how to gain equity at 5 times the regular rate on your new building at a third of the interest cost that it normally would have cost you to get the same asset. So we're talking about your equity now as an asset. Okay. So what if
Okay.
instead of paying $123,000 to get $100,000 in equity, you only had to pay about, I don't know, 22, 25,000 to get it?
Mm.
What do you do? What do you do with that $100,000 of money you didn't have to spend in interest that you normally would have had to spend to get the same asset?
I would just put it towards, I would put it towards the principal or the payment of the house.
Or buy another property with it? Oh my God. Whatever you want to do, however you want to invest it, take that money that you would have paid in interest and invest it somewhere. Now we're going to
Okay.
track it for you so you'll always know how much interest you're saving to get the asset or get the equity that is your particular goal in mind. But make sure you're paying attention to how much interest you're saving along the way to get to that point and be intentional about investing the money you didn't have to spend on interest. And
Okay.
folks, that's what we're doing here. We're taking money we didn't spend on interest, and I'm doing our show from St. Thomas with the bank's money they didn't get.
Right. Right.
All right.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much, Nika, for coming to the
Thank
stage.
you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Listen, I'm going to be waiting for you to contact us. Jared, back to you, sir.
All right, all right. So, yeah, thank you, Nikki, for that question. And for everybody in the room, if you haven't already, make sure you click that greenhouse at the top and follow the club. Also, follow all these amazing moderators: Kenyatta, YCEO, Kirk, Aaron, Jacob, Credit Goddess, and Sharon. And also, most importantly, make sure you follow Don. He's always dropping gems when he comes on Clubhouse. Click the follow button and then click that bell next to the follow and click always on. All right. So with that being said, just one more time, Don, if somebody wants to get in touch with you to figure out the month, year, and date they can be debt free, what do they do again?
Listen, they can go to ice10klive.com and click on the button that says get a savings and earnings report. Follow all the directions, and then when you get the code as a message on your cell phone, then put that code in the space provided. Once you do that, then you'll be able to put in your financial data in a form. Once that's done, and listen, it's very important. My staff is getting on me, and they need to tell you, fill out everything, put in all of your debt. Okay, we don't just pay off the mortgages in 7 to 9 years. We pay off all of the debt. So if you have a mortgage and you got some student loans and you got some credit cards and you got a couple of car loans, put all of it in, because the more, believe it or not, the more debt you put in here, the better off you are in our system. I know it seems counterintuitive, but when we see a lot of consumer debt, the people on our side just start smiling because we know what that's going to do for you. Oh my goodness, don't leave anything out. Put it all in. And once you do that, you'll know the month and year you will be debt free. And once you have that information, we're going to tell you how much interest you can save. And once we tell you how much interest you save, we'll show you how you can invest that money and turn it into generational wealth for your family. Invest that money. Don't give it to the bank. Jared.
Thank you. Thank you, Don, for that. I'm just going to mute you, Kirk. It gives me feedback when you're not on mute. So, yeah, so because we only have an hour left, I want to jump right to Cheryl. Thank you so much for your patience. And if you want to come on stage, there's still time for you to do so. Raise your hand, come on stage, ask your questions. The more interactive this is, the better. As you saw, Nikki got the royal treatment, very detailed answers. You want to get those detailed answers as well, because I'm sure Nikki's experience with the bank is going to be much different in 2022 now that she connected with Don, has more insight, and she'll probably be submitting the finance and savings earnings report so that she can figure out when she'd be debt free and get these banks in check. So with that being said, also last thing I want to say is thank you to the 12 people that reshared this space in the hallway. We'd love for you to continue doing so. Click that button where it says 12 and go ahead and click share to the hallway, share on Clubhouse, the top option. And if you'd like to put in comments, please do so as well. That helps motivate people to come in here and get this generational wealth shifting information. So with that being said, Cheryl, please let us know what your question is. How can we help you?
Good morning. Thank you for bringing me to the stage. I have a question, and this is a great time for me to be getting this information because I'm actually studying for my real estate exam right now.
Yes.
So, my question is, with the mortgage companies and things that tell you that you can't make partial payments. So, say for instance, I've been told, you should try to make payments twice a month versus, once a month. And if
Mhm.
not, try to make an additional payment with your payment. So, for those
Mhm.
mortgage companies that tell you you cannot make partial payments, how do you combat that?
Okay. Number one, let me take care of that right now. I'm going to bring
Hey, Kirk, we need you off mute.
something up. All right. So
Thanks for that.
Cheryl, listen. This is a whole new system here. Let's go ahead. Let me pull this up for you, and all right. So I'm going to show you something that's in every mortgage. Okay. And
I don't have it yet, Don.
I know I haven't shared it yet.
Oh, okay, got it.
All right, so let me go ahead and stop sharing this and start sharing. Let me see, go here to different windows. There we go. All right, there we are. You should see my PowerPoint now. You seeing it?
Yes.
Okay, great. And I'll tell you when to start sharing here in just a second.
Sure.
All right, so I'm going down to the right. Oh, probably passed it already. Oh, here it is. All right, there we go. I'm putting it on the screen now, and we're going to go here. All right, there we go. Put it on the screen for everybody to see, and you want to be able to see this. This is on your mortgage note page, Cheryl, okay? And on your mortgage note page, it says something like this. It's either these exact words or very close to these words. It says, it's entitled, "The Borrower's Right to Prepay." Okay, Cheryl, are you hearing me? If you're talking, you're on mute.
She's there, but she is on mute.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. Listen, this is interactive now. You're on stage.
I'm switching back and forth between screens, but I'm trying to pull it up on my iPad as well. So.
There you go. That's what you want to do. All right. So listen to it. So I'm going to read this. Now that I know what you're trying to do. Okay. So remember, go to ice10klive.com and then choose which way you want to view this. And here's what it says. I have the right to make payments of principal at any time before they are due. A payment of principal only is known as a prepayment. When I make a prepayment, I will tell the note holder in writing that I am doing so. I will make a full prepayment or a partial prepayment. Now, Cheryl, do you know what a full prepayment is on a mortgage? It's actually paying off the entire mortgage at one time. So let me ask you, if your mortgage company, so let's say you owe the mortgage company $231,452.62, and you wrote them a check for exactly that amount to pay the loan off, do you think they would say, take your check back home, we don't want the money?
Of course not.
So they would let you pay off the whole loan.
Right.
They'll let you pay off half. They'll let you pay off a quarter. They'll let you pay off even just 2 extra payments, or even 1 extra payment, or even a fourth of a payment. Because of this, and because it says at the top, the borrower's what? You need to ask for permission to prepay, or is it your right to prepay?
It's my right to prepay.
It's your right to prepay. The person who answers the phone does not know what they're talking about. And this is for everybody. And here's a clip coming up, just in case you were wondering when the first clip was coming up. Please, when you're making phone calls to these companies, never accept no from someone who is not authorized to tell you yes. Okay? If you're not getting the answer you want, so listen, thank you very much for your time, but I need to speak to your boss. And keep going up the ladder until you, because if you know something to be true, I mean, it's a contractual agreement. But most people who work at these companies have mortgages too. They don't even know they can do this. Okay? So I'm going to read the second paragraph again. When I make a prepayment, I will tell the note holder in writing that I am doing so. I may make a full prepayment or partial prepayments without paying any prepayment charge. Ta-da! Here is the best part of all of this. It is the third paragraph. The note holder, here it comes again, folks. The note holder will use all of my prepayments to reduce the amount of principal that I owe under this note. What did that just say? That means if all the prepayment goes to the principal, that means none Zero, zilch percent of the prepayment goes to interest. None of it. We are learning here. The bank is giving you the basic secret on how to give them money, which makes it impossible for them to charge you interest. I got to clap. I got to give the bank a hand clap on this one. Okay, it's there. Listen. I want to see some mic claps too. Come on, mic clap. All right, It just told you. The bank just said it is your right to follow this program, but you know what is. You know what the bank doesn't have to do, Ms. Cheryl? The bank doesn't
What's
have
that?
to help you understand what is written here. That's not their job. All they have to do is write it. It is not their job to explain it. So for somebody to answer the phone, to be ready for your question on this, they would have to go through some type of in-service or training to be ready for this, wouldn't they? Obviously, they don't do that.
Yes.
And they don't do it for a very good reason. They're not they're not required to explain your rights. Come on now. When it
So if
comes
I
to
were
this,
to make a payment, let's say
right,
I
mhm,
sent in $500 every week, there,
yeah,
according to what I was, I think, reading, and I have to go back and look at it, it states
mhm,
that they will hold that payment in an escrow account until the full payment is received.
exactly. And that's why biweekly payments don't work well. Because
Gotcha.
once you pay on the first, they hold that money. And most people believe that because they paid it on the first, half on the 15th, they're actually saving money every time they do that. Uh-uh. Do you know how biweekly payments actually save money? There's 2 months out of the year that have 5 weeks. When you keep doing that, 2 months out of the year, you're actually going to pay a payment on the first, on the 15th, and around the 30th of the month. That's how it works. Those 2 extra payments per year add up to 13 payments a year. So 10 months out of the year, the biweekly payment does nothing for you, but it does do something for you 2 months out of the year. Why would we ever engage in a system like that when the most it can do is save you 7 years on a 30-year mortgage? Especially by coming to this room, you know now that you're not saving 7 years, you're saving about 23, and you're not doing a biweekly payment. You're just making your regular monthly payment, putting some money in savings, and the program tells you when to apply the money to the debt and how to optimize your interest savings. Miss Cheryl, does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
All right, listen, we're here to teach, we're here to help people to understand. Listen, it's your right. If you know your rights. And so, Miss Cheryl, if the next time you call them, have your evidence ready. Okay? I can't believe, all right? I can't believe how many what are some of those judge shows? Judge Judy? And who's another famous judge on TV? Somebody tell me.
Judge Joe Brown.
Judge Joe Brown. Listen, folks. I can only watch those things for about 10 minutes. Do you know why? Because every doggone show, they tell them, don't come in here without evidence. I don't care about your story. I don't care about what they did to you. They could be wrong as two left shoes. But if you don't have evidence, don't come in my courtroom. So, folks, when you're calling these people, have your ducks in a row. Try to find out what your rights are according to what's in the document you signed. And I'm telling you, when they tell you that you can't do something that you know you can do, you don't leave out of there. You don't leave the phone call with uh, 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 in a state of confusion. You are now empowered. I know what my rights are. Obviously, you don't understand what I'm talking about. Give me somebody because I have it in my contract. I have the right to do this. And you're not going to tell me I don't because you know how powerful this contract is, Miss Cheryl. I'm going to tell you how powerful this contract is. You want to know how powerful it is?
Yes, please.
Miss 3 payments. And you'll know exactly how powerful this document is. Does that make sense?
It cut out there for just a second there, Don. Say that one more time.
One more time, and listen, and this is a clip. If you want to know how powerful a document your mortgage is that you signed, miss 3 payments and find out what happened.
You right about that?
Okay. So if it works for them, doggone it, it works for you. What do you say, Michelle?
Got it.
Got it? Okay. All right. Is there anything else we can talk to you about today? Because listen, I'm excited to work from this space. Oh my gosh. You know how I'm afraid to look and see how cold it is at home. Anything else, Michelle?
No, I appreciate your help. Thank you.
You are so welcome. Jared, back to you, sir.
All right. Thank you so much, Cheryl, for that question. And we got about 40 minutes left, so we'd love for you to raise your hand and come on stage if you have a question. We'd love to get into some more examples and help you with your situation. While we wait for you to raise your hand, I just want to welcome Credit Goddess to the stage. And if you're free, love for you to give a quick introduction about who you are and how people get in touch with you. All right.
Hey,
She's
Jared.
probably with the client. And then also want to thank Sharon for coming to the stage as well.
Hey, Jared.
Yeah.
Oh, listen. Oh,
We have a
hold on
question
for a
online.
second. Hold on for a second, because one of my clients just texted me. Judge Mathis says, "Don't come without evidence," with a crying, laughing emoji. I mean, listen, don't come without evidence. I'm saying. I said, don't you guys watch the show?
My.
Same thing. Go ahead, Kirk. I'm sorry.
No, Jared. We do have a question from Jeremiah Sams online. Just let me know. Let me when we can squeeze that one in.
Yeah, for sure. Sharon, I don't know if you're around, but if you want to introduce yourself, feel free. All right, cool. She's probably busy as well. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pop it to Kirk. But yeah, make sure if you can click that button in the lower left-hand corner that says the number 15. Let's get that number up to 20, 25. Share this room in the hallway. Also, make sure you're following all the moderators and my man Don, the P.I.L.L Method, Daniel. And yeah, let's get into the questions. So Kirk, you got it.
Thank you. So yeah, we got some good comments of people online. A number of the comments are about Don's location, but we're sifting through them to see where the real question pertaining to the room is. And so here we go. Jeremiah Sam says, I have a mortgage. It's a $350,000 mortgage at 2.5%. I also have 2 car notes. One is $46,000 and the other is $50,000. What are your thoughts on my situation? Jeremiah. So we've got your question on the screen. I hope you're still with us. Jeremiah is one of our regulars. He's always first to say good morning. So we want to thank you for always being here. He's been in this room for weeks now. So I feel like he's kind of working his way up towards asking this question, Don. So he's kind of shared now his financial outlook, his financial picture. What are we thinking? What are we thinking here?
Okay, number one, you need a savings and earnings report. That's number one. Okay, go ahead, get your savings and earnings report, put that in, and we can break this down. So what? Number one, we have a $350,000 mortgage at 2.5. All right, but if we have a car loan, 46,000, I don't know what the interest rate is. I don't know what the payments are. But here's what I do know. The interest cost on the car loan is nowhere near the interest cost on the mortgage. That's much I do know.
Right.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to go to. Are we still sharing?
I see something down there, but As
Okay.
you refresh, maybe I'll bring it back on screen.
All
He
right.
just responded as well, saying I am still here, so he's here.
Okay, good. So here's what I'm going to do. Let me go ahead and stop this and share this. Share screen. There we go. All right. Excellent. All right. Amortization
Yep,
schedule.
we got it.
Okay. All right. And so we got 350,000
That's right.
mortgage at 2.5.
That's correct.
Okay. Now that's a very low interest rate according to some, but actually it makes it a little bit harder to pay this loan off faster because of the very, very low interest
Interest rate.
rate. Okay. So now here is our interest payment on this loan. $729.17. That's the very first interest payment. Are we seeing that?
We can see
All
that,
right.
yes. And he
Okay,
has just
good.
responded with his other interest
Okay.
rates.
So
But
here's what we're
continue.
doing. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put in, we're going to duplicate this tab. We're going to put in, what is one of the amounts for the car? I can't see it now.
He said 46,000 for the car
46,000.
at 7%.
Okay, 46,000 at 7% for how many months? Is it 60
Oh,
months,
that's
72 months?
yeah. He'll have to respond. So
Okay.
Jeremiah, let us know if that's 72 months. If that's 5 years, let us know how long is
Yeah,
that loan
I'm
for.
just gonna put it in at 70.
I think
Okay.
that's a good. He says yes. He said yes.
Okay, so
72
we'll
months.
put
I'm
it in
assuming
there.
he says.
All right, so we're going to calculate that. Okay.
Now
So
his
now
other car is at 17%. I just wanted you to know that.
it doesn't really matter.
Okay, got you.
Okay. So I got my interest payment on that is $268. Okay. I got $268 in interest per month as opposed to $729. I got
Wow.
folks who are rushing to pay off the car note, which gives them permission with the bank permission to keep charging you these $700 payments on this mortgage. So look, look $700, $700, $700 at 2.5%. You're
Good
paying
night.
$700 every month, and it stays that way almost for 2 years. Then it drops down into the high 600s, and look how long it stays in there for $600, more than $600 a month. Here's 1 year. Here's 2
2
years.
years. Mercy.
Here's 3 years. Here's 4 years. Here's 5 years. Okay. So 5 years charging $600 a month. By the time we get down to 7 years, we paid $56,000 in interest, folks, at 2.5%. You paid the loan down by 59 grand, but it cost you 56 grand to do it. Now, while we're trying to pay off these car loans, all right, let's put in the other one at 17%. What's the other loan?
The other was sorry, let me scroll back up here.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yes, the other was 50,000
50,000
at 17%.
at 17%.
And he
So
said
folks,
both cars are 72 months. So you were right on that.
listen, 17%. Okay. All right, folks, stop paying attention to the interest. Stop paying attention to the interest rate and start paying attention to interest cost. Okay. So even here, at 17%, payment is the interest is 708. Okay, 708. All right, and it's still less than the interest on the mortgage. There you go. So listen, here's what you want. You want a computer that takes a look at all of your loans simultaneously and then says, put this much money on this loan in this month on this day of the month. And here's what most people don't realize, and that we're going to get into a little bit about the debt snowball. Okay, the debt snowball says we're going to pick one of these debts, probably the smallest one, and pay it off with our little extra money that we have. And then once that's paid off, we're going to take the extra money that we have plus the minimum payment on the old debt, which we don't have to pay anymore. Now we're going to put all that money and snowball it and put it into the pay off the next debt. Okay? Let me show you something about doing that. We're going to use the car loan as an example here. Okay? All right. So, now, once we get down to here, we start paying off that car loan faster, right? Look at what happens to the principal payment, the interest payments, once we get deep into the car loan. Okay. All right, Kurt, what are you seeing on the screen now?
I see
the interest payment here?
67.38.
67.38. So, how much would we have to prepay on this loan to fully eliminate the $64.64 on the next line?
$1,310.20.
So listen, folks.
to save 65 bucks.
To save 65 bucks. The debt snowball doesn't work past a certain point. Because if you pick a loan, even if you pick the right loan to pay off first, eventually it's going to become cheaper on the interest cost than all of your other loans. So why would you pay this one to zero before you move to the next loan? The famous guy in Tennessee that says use the debt snowball. When you compare it to the P.I.L.L method, the debt snowball works, bar none. I mean, guaranteed, the debt snowball works. But you will pay, by ignoring interest costs, you will pay $30,000 to $70,000 more in interest following the guy in Tennessee than following the guy in Huntsville, Alabama. I'm telling you right now. Okay? Stop using the debt snowball because it's killing you. And you're paying way too much interest. So again, why would you pay a loan down to zero when you should be paying it down to where it's cheaper than the other loans, and then your program automatically switches to a more expensive loan? Does that make sense, folks?
That makes perfect sense. And when you put it in those practical terms, we understand the error in looking at it the other way. And there's reasons for that as well. I'm assuming why people do this debt snowball in that way, but we definitely want to make sure we take advantage of what we're able to do here. Okay.
Yeah, I took it off the screen. All right, folks. So this is what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Everything that we've been taught to do, whether it's the debt snowball, whether it's the avalanche method, we want simple methods. We want a silver bullet. We want that magic, one magic thing to do. And folks, what we're talking about, it's not magic. It's math. It's not magic. It's math. If you're not using math to attack your loans, then you're putting your faith in something else, and it might as well be magic, because you're paying way too much interest by following the gurus out here who are not taking into account interest costs when they're giving you their advice. They're giving you something simple so that you can get small wins early. And what they're saying is, psychologically, if I pay off this loan, and then I can pay off loan 2, and then I can pay off loan 3, psychologically, I feel better. In my book, Kurt, I asked this question.
Oh, that book.
I love my book, man. I tell you. And I asked the question, how much do you want to pay for your good feelings?
There's a lot there.
To stop following the guy in Tennessee. I mean, he had a good run. But you know what they say? There's a new sheriff in town. And And it's the pill method because
I love it.
it makes much more sense. All right. Is there anything? Jared
I,
flashes my. Listen, I know he's clipping his heart out.
Jeremiah has not responded again, but I'm hoping that. So he's asking the question: can the pill method help me?
Most definitely, please.
So yes, he started off by saying get a savings and earnings report, Jeremiah. But
Yeah, yeah,
go
yeah.
ahead, Don.
Get a savings and earnings report, man. Listen, you've been asking questions here for weeks. You should know by now that what we're telling you is the absolute truth. Go on, get your savings and earnings. You're here every single day, and you know what they say. And Jared has said this. You know, when people say knowledge is power,
Mm,
applied knowledge is power.
real power.
Okay, a real power. Let's go ahead and let's apply this knowledge. Let's go ahead and apply the knowledge. And clap, everybody. Mic clap, everybody. All
Oh
right, all
man.
right. Listen, Jared, while you talking to the folks, and we're gonna show our scenery one more. Listen, this is not a virtual background. This is from my balcony, one of my balconies. You can see the other balcony right over there. All right. Listen, we got 4 bedrooms here. We can sleep 10. Okay. It's just me and my wife here. Listen, don't be
Oh
trying to
man,
come
that
down
water
here.
looks gorgeous.
Listen, and later on we're gonna be at the beach. Okay.
Oh man. Oh no.
Uh, and when we come back on Friday, we will have already gone to the beach at because at 7 a.m. it's light. So we're on Atlantic time. So we actually start the show at 9 a.m. Atlantic time. So we'll be able to go on the beach, do our walk, come back here, all refreshed, walk on the beach, and then do the show. Okay, what's today? Wednesday? Yeah, Friday. We'll be right back here after I have done some lives on Instagram from Megan's Bay,
Oh wow.
one of those beautiful beaches in the world, right here, St. Thomas. All right, what's next?
I think we have somebody. Go ahead, Jared.
Yeah, so yeah, I've got to mute you. I hate hearing my own voice.
My bad. My
But
bad.
hey, one thing that I want you to talk about, Don, is your
Yeah.
book. So you have a
Okay.
best-selling book on Amazon that gives all this information, background information, so that people can understand the concept. So Don, if you could just tell people a little bit about the book, and then Tiffany is going to fill in for 10 gift cards, and she's going to go ahead and let them know what value they can get when they buy the book. So
I
Kurt,
think you should do it, Jared.
please
I
on
think
mic and
you
let
should do
Don
it.
tell people about this amazing, amazing piece of literature.
Man, your
Uh,
impersonation of 10K is too good, Jared.
Go ahead and unmute. Go ahead and unmute.
Oh, we did. We're unmuted.
Okay, we're good. Listen, Jared. I think you should do it. Anyway, but folks, listen, we've got a best-selling book on Amazon that all of this information that we're debunking. I mean, we're debunking a bunch of myths here today, and it's in my book. There's only one book on Amazon that talks about the basics of all of this. It's called The Pill Method: A Better Way to Eliminate Debt. And do you realize that there are books on Amazon that talk about amortization, but none of them tell you how to defeat it. None of them, because they don't look at it this way. You know, um, I guess they weren't written by a guy who has autism that can look at amortization schedules and figure them out just because it's sitting there right in front of me. Listen, folks, this is a total gift from God. I did not sit down to create a system to beat the bank at their own game. I just happened to look at it, and it's just one of those things. There's a guy on the that you can see on the internet. They call him Blue Jay. All right, this guy writes symphonies. All right, symphonies for every instrument in an orchestra. All the all the whole symphony in ink. Did you hear what I just said? He writes whole symphonies. It exists in his head, a whole symphony for every instrument in ink. not in pencil. He doesn't have to erase. It comes out right the first time. That is a total gift from God. And listen, folks, when I look at this, so I can't take credit for what I see here, what's in the book. So if you want to know if you want to know something that no one else in the world knows about how loans work, get the book. And once you get the book, we're going to give you an extra added bonus and give you a 10K digital card to go along with it. And how important is that 10K card, Miss Wise CEO?
Oh, it's everything, Don. Thank you so much. This room, guys, is being sponsored by 10K Cards. It is the authorized digital business card on and off a Clubhouse. Get all your combined links in one place, your website, all your social media handles, plus multiple ways for clients to receive and give you money and to buy your products and services. We form partnerships with the best on Clubhouse, like the Pill Method, and let's not forget the Get Access Tour. So please tap in and get your card today because you want to make sure that you earn more money while you are on and off the app. What are you waiting for? Click on the link today and get started with your own 10K card. Now, back to our regularly scheduled program, already in progress.
Okay, Miss Kenyatta, are you in the house?
I am here, you guys. So
Oh,
you did
please tell me.
yourself a favor. You bought the book. What you want to do is screenshot that receipt, go to ice10klive.com and go to where it says I'm ready. It's going to be the second link down on your left. And what you want to do is upload everything, all your information that Tiffany just talked about, your social media handles, your number, your email address, etc. Let us know you want to receive that card, and you will get it in an hour or less, and it's valued at $100.
Yeah, you want to do
Let me tell you something. If you do not have a 10K card, what are you doing? Make sure you get Don's book. Click the savings and earnings report. Buy the book. Click I'm ready and get yourself a 10K card. And when you get one, go ahead and click upgrade so you can make money too. Let's go.
Oh, you know you got to clip that.
All right, that was
Please clip
10K
that,
coming through in
Kenyatta.
spirit. So sorry about that. But hey everybody, yeah, make sure you buy that book and get that 10K card.
Oh,
I
that
have
was
one.
good.
Kenyatta has one. We all got one. You need one. Let's go. All right, cool. So with that
Wow.
being said, let's go ahead. Oh, Cynthia's on the phone. Oh man. Hopefully she comes back. But Kirk, any other questions online?
I always have to check both mutes to make sure. But no, there's no more online at this moment. Just again, some responses for the location where Don's at. And while we are enjoying that, Don, we are getting a little bit of feedback, so we may have to do some testing to see if the inside location might be better. And in fact, I'm certain that people might want to see the inside as well tomorrow. Friday. So we'll definitely
Oh,
want to see
oh,
about that as well. But man, yeah,
okay.
nothing online from me, Jared.
All right, all right. Well, if Cynthia can't come back, if anybody in the audience wants to ask a question, feel free to pop on
Uh-oh.
stage and we will get you in. All right. If not, then Don, if you want to throw up an example on the screen. Okay, we
Oh,
got
yep.
somebody that raised their
Got
hand,
somebody coming in.
so we're gonna let them up. Sorry, Cynthia, but you should have told them to wait. All right. So, Derek, thank you so much for coming to the stage. How can we help you? What's your question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just hopped in. I seen the headline of paying your mortgage off in 7 years. That sounds very good to me. So, just trying to see a method of, of if the type of strategy, in order to be able to do that.
All right, Derek. Listen, I'm glad you asked that question. Listen, I want you to know that because we're doing this, we have about 30 episodes of what we're of this a show on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn, so that you can actually go back and see past shows. And we break this all the way So our focus here, Derek, is not on how fast we can pay off the loans, but how cheaply we can pay it off. So you are aware of every time you make a payment on a loan, you're paying so many dollars towards principal and so many dollars towards interest, correct?
Right. It's
Do you
mainly
have a
interest.
right? So you must have a mortgage.
I do. I do.
You do. Okay. And so when you look at that mortgage statement, see how much is going to principal, how much going to interest, how does that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking.
All right. So listen, since you would you mind, because right now we are actually we're streaming live right now to those platforms that I just mentioned. Are you able to look at a computer or tablet right now?
Yeah,
So
I
you can
still have my computer close by. Give me, yeah, I can pull it up.
okay. All right. So you want to, when you go there, you want to go to ice10klive.com, ice10klive, and then once you go there, you'll be able to choose which way you want to see this example that we're getting ready to put on the screen. But just so that you guys can know, I have wait a minute here. Wait a minute. Back to okay. I have my co-host here in in right here in paradise. Kenyatta, Kenyatta, are you saying this because Patricia's sitting here with me?
Oh my goodness. Let me go. Let me go. I was trying to upload myself so y'all can see the polar opposite of what Don is looking at. So you guys can see the snow blizzard that I'm looking at. How beautiful. She looks amazing. Oh, I love your haircut. I love it. Oh,
Hey, Patricia.
Hey Don, are you speaking? If you're speaking, I don't know. It looks like you. It
Hey, Patricia.
looks like you're
Oh,
muted
she's
on
so
my side.
happy.
It says I can't unmute you. It says you got to unmute you. So
Okay, try it.
okay, yep,
Okay,
you're good. You're good now.
yeah, okay. Because I took my
Marie is in
earpods out, so honey, they didn't hear you before.
Oh, I said, good morning. I said, you can't beat this.
Definitely.
the morning.
All right,
All
cool, cool,
right,
cool. All right, so
all right. So
Derek, were you able to get to your computer?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got it up. I got it up there.
You're actually able to see the screen now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect, perfect. All right, so John's gonna get us an example here in just a second. Uh, Don, I think you clicked mute again. I don't know if you're speaking to us. Maybe you're not. But Derek, man, where in the United States are you tuning in from?
In Clayton, North Carolina.
Oh, North Carolina. All right, all right, good, good, good. All right, so Don, are you still there?
yeah,
Okay, we got you
I'm
back again.
okay. Great. All right, here we go.
So
So let's
Derek
go
is
ahead.
online. He's watching us already, so he's ready.
All right, Derek, I need you to give me how much your mortgage was at the very beginning. How much did you borrow?
I borrowed 150, 150,000
150,000.
Yes, sir.
150,000 at what interest rate?
At 5%.
5%. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you right now. The reason why that looks the way it does is because at 5%, the bank wants 93% of what you borrowed in the form of interest. Let me
Hey
show you
Don,
how that works.
I don't
Okay.
have your screen yet. I don't have your screen yet. Should
Okay.
I?
Hold on. All right. You should.
Okay, let me see.
Okay. Let me do this again. All right. Let me do a reshare.
Okay,
Okay.
okay,
Stop
yeah.
and then share again. Okay. And there we go. And hmm, all right.
Yep, I'm
And
seeing it.
now I'm going to, okay, how about now?
Yep, we got it. All right.
Okay, there we go, dear. Here it is. 150,000 at 5%. The principal, just the principal and interest payment is 805.23. That does not include taxes and insurance. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
All right, now look and see here. You borrowed in the summary. We're pointing out that you borrowed 150,000, but when you went to closing, they had to disclose to you how much interest they wanted from you over 30 years, and that comes to $139,882.80. So, is this number 5% of this number? Absolutely.
It's not.
Nope. Look over here to the right. Total interest paid as a percentage of principal is what, sir? Can you
Total
see it?
percent based on interest. Yes, I see it.
What is it?
93. 90,
Mm-hmm.
wow.
93.25,
25.
255%. If they had showed you that number when you were signing this mortgage, would it have given you pause?
I definitely would have been taking second thoughts for sure.
So this is how much interest you're paying. So listen, we're going to go over. This is going to be our last example for the day because there's nobody else on stage, right? And then we're going to do a moderator outro. So
Yeah,
Dan,
no other. We have Cynthia, but yeah, the rest is all moderators.
Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's do this right quick, Jared. I'm going to show you very quickly about how to disrupt the bank's timing. This is not our program, though. You really need to contact us about our program, but I'm going to give you the basics of why this works. You ready?
Okay.
On payment number one, how much goes to principal, sir?
I'm sorry. What was the question?
Are you looking at the screen? Payment
I
number
am.
one, how much goes to principal?
180.
Right, and how much goes to interest? It's right next door.
$625.
$625. How fair is that? Out of your hard-earned money, only $180 out of all of that payment goes to principal.
Man, that's very unfair.
Okay, and look how much the bank gets out of that deal. Would you like to be able to turn the tables around so that you benefit more?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's just say you made this payment in January. So your February principal payment would be $180.98. Do you see that? On line two? Okay.
Line two,
So
yeah.
now, all right. So if you make your payment in January and you say, oh, do we have to wait till February to give the bank this $180.98? Do you have to wait to give them that money?
No, you don't.
If you had it, could you give it to them in January?
I could.
All right. And you know all of this money would go to principal, which means you're paid down to line two in January, not line one. So you just got rid of line two for $180.98. Payment number one is now potential payment number three. How do you like those apples?
That's a lot better.
You like that? All right. So now your next payment for February is on line three of the schedule, correct?
Right.
All right. So let me ask you, on line two here, what happened to the $624.25 in interest? On line two, what happened to that?
It dropped.
To what?
It dropped to $624.
All right. Here's what I want to tell you. It actually dropped to zero. That money you never have to pay because you pay the $180.98 early. You never have to pay the bank that $624.25 on line two.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Is that pretty good stuff?
That's great stuff.
All right. You want to learn something even better?
Yes, sir.
What if you made the payment on line one and gave the bank the next three principal payments? The $180.98 from line two, the $181 from line three, and the $182.49 from line four. Gave that all to them in January. What would happen to the interest payments on line two, three, and four? What would happen to those?
you saying I would have cut out over 1,800?
Yes, I am. Over $1,800 in interest just by giving them a little bit of money on the front end early. The same money that they expect you to pay monthly, if you pay it early, you don't have to pay the interest on those loans. And if you gave them the next 4, you're paid down to here. Your February payment now is on what line of the schedule, sir?
We're at payment number 5 now.
Exactly. Now, payment number 1 is now pension payment number 5. You just got rid of 2, 3, and 4 for, let's see, 2, 4, 6, less than $600. A little over $500.
Wow.
And that's it. So investing a little over $500, you get to save over $1,800 in interest. You never have to pay the bank. Plus, you cut out 3 payments you never have to make. Pretty good stuff.
That's great stuff.
How would you like to know the month, day, and year you could be debt free? By using a system like this with a computer that tells you exactly how much to pay and when to pay, and you get it out of your savings, not cutting it out of your lifestyle.
That sounds real good. I definitely need to know that.
Okay, so you want to go to look at the link at the top. It's ice10klive.com. Click the link there that says get a savings and earnings report. Follow all of the information there, and you can then get a savings and earnings report that tells you the month, day, and year you'll be debt free, how much interest you can save, and then with that interest saved, shoot, you can invest that into your family's wealth building. Way better, way better. Yeah. Anything else?
Way better. No, that's it right now. I'm definitely take a look into this and be getting in contact with y'all here soon to find out more information about that.
Okay. One last thing, Derek. In all of your life, has anybody ever broken down how an amortization schedule, how the bank charges interest, and how you can defeat it? Has anybody ever shared this with you?
You know, I always knew that. I really need to be paying more towards the principal when I can, but no one ever broke it down like this.
Right. If you knew that $180 would save you $600 in interest, you'd have been doing it a long time ago, wouldn't you?
I would have been doubling that from the start.
That's why they don't want you to know that part. Okay.
All right. Hey, I appreciate that.
Listen,
info.
man, I can't wait for you
Awesome.
to contact us. Miss Cynthia, are you there? Cynthia on the stage. Or Cynthia, are you in the house? Okay, maybe she's not. Okay, Jared, back to you, sir.
Cynthia, by the way, if you need to click that button on the right-hand corner, that the microphone icon, so that you can unmute. That might be her issue. I'm not sure. Let's see.
Okay.
Nope, she's not there. So Cynthia, definitely come back to the room. We do this room Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern time, and Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So please come back. We'd love to have you back. But Don has some jet skis to jump on, some tans to get, some delicious fruits and seafood to eat. So we got to wrap this up.
Yes,
so
we do.
what we're gonna do is just have Don say a quick little outro of how you can
We're
get in
losing you,
touch
Jared.
with him. Also remind you, Darren, if you weren't around, Don has a best-selling book. Definitely want to tap into that. And then also he'll be coming back to the States for the Get Access tour in Atlanta, and he wants to tell you about that as well. So Don, we'll have you do that, and then we'll do moderator outro starting from the bottom to the top. So Kirk, you can mic and let Don do his thing.
Listen, when we go ahead and talk about the book, Jared, after I'm done, when we're doing the moderator outros, do you still have the link for Pelican Way Villas? Great. All right, good. So listen, folks, here's the thing. Get the book. It's the only book that explodes the myths that we talked about today and more. Get rid of everything you thought you knew about loans. Just get rid of it. And what we're trying to do is encourage you to put in something new that saves you money on interest. How to borrow money at a discount, 75% off. We're not talking about interest rate. We're talking about what is your interest cost and deal with the interest cost. There is no reason for you to pay all of that interest. So get the book. Once you get the book, then we're going to give you an extra added value of getting a 10K card, a digital card that when you click on that link, that is my digital card. And listen, it is an invaluable tool when you are networking. And it's so easy to share, and people are just impressed. I mean, you level up your game with the most valuable digital card on the planet. We don't let any other digital card in this room. We don't let Linktree in. No, it's the 10K card all the way for the Pill Method Club. All right, folks. So get the book and then get a card, and Miss Kenyatta will tell you once you get the book how you can get your 10K card.
This is how you get your 10K card. You want to go to ice10klive.com. You want to click I'm ready, and you want to upload that screenshot receipt up to I'm ready link. You're going to put in all your social media handles you want to share, your email address, your phone number. You're going to designate a place for us to send it, and in an hour or less, you will get your very own digital 10K card valued at $100.
All right, all right. So, Jared, back to you, sir. And we've got to talk about on that same card, folks. On that same card, get access to it. You want to know? You want to know about the Pill Method? How to save money? We're going to be there. You want to know more about the tech space, the digital space? Jared is going to be there. If you want to know more about business credit and short-term rentals, so somebody's going to be there for that. Anything, any and all things real estate, and lending. How to become? You can become. Find out how you become a business purpose lender without a license, folks. I personally have met people who made over $700,000 in commissions in less than 3 months using this system without a license. Once they knew how it worked. Listen, there are a lot of secrets about money that we don't know. You want to get access to it. There is a button on my 10K card. Get your tickets today. You can attend virtually or you can attend in person. So get your information. Get your about to get access to her. Be there. And Kenyatta even has in her PTR there. Get access to her. Listen, we're going to be going all over the country. The next time we're going to do this is going to actually be in Atlanta. And listen, while you guys are talking, and I'm going to have some, pineapple juice.
All right.
I'm
So
sorry.
yeah, make sure to go ahead and click that link at the top and bookmark it because I'm about to update the link real quick with another 10K card. And this is the property owner where Don is staying. So go ahead and click that link so you have the browser open and go ahead and bookmark this page so you can get your savings and earnings report, the book, and you can also look into coming to the Get Access tour in Atlanta. So what we're going to do is moderator outros. We're going to start from the bottom and go all the way up to me. So yeah, just unmic in PTR order. You don't have to wait for me to call on you, and just let people know who you are, what you do, and how they can get in touch with you. And just a reminder, this is on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, so they won't be able to read your Clubhouse bio for how to reach you. Also, just last thing I want to say in this room, go and click the link at the top and follow Don on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. He curates different content on all those different sites, and he builds community as well. So you can check out all the replays as well as see the tweets and see the Facebook posts and the YouTube videos and the LinkedIn posts. So go ahead and follow them there. Like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. All right, cool. So I'll be updating the link in about 1 minute. So go ahead and click that link and do what you need to do. But for now, I'm passing the mic to Safoa if she's around to introduce herself. All right, Safoa is a good friend. She just comes up to support and let the people in Ghana know about the pill method. But she is a CEO of a design company, manufacturing company. She's a fashion designer, industrial garment manufacturer, big deal in Ghana. And she does a lot of dope rooms on Clubhouse. If you want to open up your hallway to Ghana and some really dope rooms in Africa, I would highly recommend give her a follow and check out her social media. All right, so up next is Coffee Brown. All right, Coffee Brown is also probably busy. And this is what's really great about this room. People just come on stage to support because they believe in the pill method. They want the people in their network to just know this room is happening. So we really appreciate her. But she's an international best-selling anthologist, social media influencer, content creator, Google verified publishing house, Maxwell Method certified execution coach, storyteller, voiceovers, vocology, business writing and publishing consultant. She does it all. Check out her bio. Does a lot of great rooms on Clubhouse. And if you want to get in touch with her, you can hit her on her 10K card, coffee10k.com. That's spelled KOFFE10k.com. All right. So definitely tap in with her. Credit Goddess, are you around?
I am. Hey everyone, happy hump day. Great room as usual, as always. My name is Rosalora Lewis, also known as Credit Goddess. You guys can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Your Credit Goddess. And you can also find me on LinkedIn at Rosalora Lewis. If any of you guys are looking for any credit service, both personal or business credit, definitely tap in with me. If most of you guys that were listening don't have a home mortgage and you were concerned about the prices, as Don showed you, that it's all about saving on interest costs. So if that has blown your mind and now you feel comfortable and confident to buy a home, I can help you with that if you are credit challenged. So definitely tap in with me. Go to creditgoddess10k.com, or you can go to yourcreditgoddess.com and book your consultation for a detailed credit analysis, where I dive deep and tell you exactly what you need to do to improve your credit to qualify for a mortgage. So definitely tap in with me. It's always great hanging out with you guys. You guys have a wonderful day.
All right, Kurt.
All right, all right. Yeah. So good. Yeah, man, another awesome room, another awesome time being able to share and engage in this way. I'm excited to see Don, see him all the way in St. Thomas, making use of technology in this way. One of the things I'm getting messages even in the back channel. I'm getting messages on my website and other places, people asking, what's the process, Kirk? How do we get started? There's two ways to do this with me in terms of live video. You can actually have us come and be your producer like we're doing for Don. There's a limited amount of seats for that, but we also coach people up. I've got people who bring their teams in, say, hey, this is my production team. Teach us how to do this thing. But it all starts with a discovery call. So hit me on my 10K card, kirk10klive.com. Hit the book a session, and you'll see there a discovery call to be able to book that, schedule that, and we'll sit down. We'll talk about what it is you want to achieve with live video, and we'll either help you to get your team trained up to be able to achieve that, or we'll ensure that we get you into our list of shows that we are able to produce right here. But yes, my name is Kirk Nugent. Get a chance to serve as your producer for this show, and we're excited about all that we are able to put out in the world. This absolutely great information that is changing lives because of what Don has decided to do. All right, again, Kirk 10K Live is my link. Tap in with me. Would love to work with you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Tiffany, the Y CEO. Thanks, Kurt. Appreciate you, the man with the plan, with the technology plan. I love it. I'm an executive coach here on Clubhouse, and we're actually running our room today at 3 o'clock, YCEO Network, and you can tap into us at yceo.club or YCEO Network.club. It's also in my back channel, y'all, because, I'm multitasking back here. I'm also a teacher. I have a master's in curriculum and instruction, so I enjoy
Looks like we lost her.
Phone call.
Okay.
Okay.
It's natural. I love teaching and I love helping people scale. I'm a 3-time award-winning philanthropist, and I'm also a financial freedom advocate, and I'm in the multi-use commercial property space in my regular life. But on Clubhouse, I'm teaching you how to build yourself, find your net worth, find your connections. Who is your tribe in business? Because for me, it's all about business, not about personal. So tap into me at yco10k.com and I can help you. And come into the room. We got some powerhouses coming today. We got Credit Goddess. Thank you so much, Credit Goddess. Appreciate you. And she's right here on the stage. She'll be tapping in today, and we'll be rotating speakers as well. So we're going to talk about how to publish your book. We're going to talk about how to get your property game on. We're going to be talking about a whole lot of things. So make sure you tap into us. And our room only runs for 1 hour because I'm very protective of my leaders' time. So tap into us and see you at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Back to you, Kurt.
All right. So yeah, make sure to is the room in your profile? I don't see the room in your profile. Oh well. Make sure you follow Tiffany so that when she pops in that room, you will be able to see it. All right.
Yes.
So up next is Kenyatta.
Hi, everyone. It's been a blast hanging out once again. Had so much fun living vicariously through Don today in paradise. And you can find me at kenyatta10k.com. And I want to invite you personally to meet me and Jared and Don and a host of others that's going to be dropping gems at the Get Access Tour. We're going to be there February 19th. Meet us in Atlanta and let's politic and see what we can come up with as far as strategies to make more money. So I am your real estate professional out of the states of Illinois, Georgia, and Florida, as well as the official principal lending broker here in the P.I.L.L method room. So I can assist you with all of your fix and flips as well as business purpose loans. So reach out to me and I would love to assist you. Have a beautiful day.
Hey, Jared, real quick before you, I know you're going to dive in. I just want to acknowledge my good friend, Anthony Corns. He is in the room. He just messaged me privately saying, hey, this room is blowing my mind. This is somebody that I work with. This is one of my producers. Actually, he did our initial consult, Don. I don't know if you remember him coming with me to do that initial consult to set up some of the stuff in your studio. So Anthony Corns, excited to see you in the room, man.
Okay.
All right. So, hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Jared Albritton. If you want to see, why, about 69,000 plus, follow me. I would love for you to, follow me and just check the rooms I'm doing this month. I'll be doing a lot of programming for Black History Month with Clubhouse on an official capacity. Tomorrow, I'll have a career fair with Deloitte, Google, Amazon, Walmart, and a bunch of other companies in the Black think tank. I do a lot of rooms on the metaverse, NFTs, crypto, but my passion is tech. I've been in tech for 15 years, and basically I help people break into tech by hosting recruiter rooms on LinkedIn, interviews, all that good stuff. And then I also am partnered with Grant Cardone and the 10X Incubator, helping fund startups, especially startups for people of color, women, LGBTQ, just giving more people a seat at the table. So if you have a tech startup idea or just a napkin idea, feel free to go to my Twitter or my Instagram. Click the link into my bio. You'll see my video pop up while I explain what the 10X Incubator is and how we can support you. And forward it to anybody in your network that is looking to launch their startup. We're looking for tech startups in particular. So not like, products or something like that, but tech startups. But if you have a tech startup or an app idea, tap in with me. And I'm also really heavy on Twitter right now. I had 80 followers in November. I'm about to hit 9,000 today. So, I'm putting in that work over on Twitter. So if you want to see what I do on Twitter, love for you to follow me over there. Today, I'm doing a room with Ray J, the brother of Brandy, multi-platinum recording artist and actor and reality TV star. But he's also a tech founder. He's talking about how he was able to launch and sell Scooty bikes at a big price, and then also how he's able to take Raycon global, from an idea to a company that has done over $210 million in revenue. So I'll be doing that room at 7 p.m. Eastern time over on Twitter Spaces. So if you've never experienced it, that'll be a really cool room to experience. And I'm doing it with Afrotech, one of the biggest tech conferences, tech publications for the African American, African diaspora. So that should be a really good room to check out. Lastly, I got a room I do a lot of rooms, by the way. I got a room at 10 a.m. Pacific time. That's 1 p.m. Eastern time. The future of Black entrepreneurs. What's next? So all the moderators would love for you to tap in on that topic. It's the next room in my bio. And yeah, I'm all about Black excellence, generational wealth building, and more importantly, results. You know, I look at this room as a results room. You don't come in this room just to hear about how to get your mortgage paid off in 7 years. You do what Don tells you to do: buy the book, get the savings and earnings report, and shave off years off your mortgage. Like, this is about results. You know, rooms about getting people jobs in tech, getting your business funded. Like, let's get results in 2022. Let's not be sitting on Clubhouse talking about a lot of stuff. Let's tap in with Credit Goddess and get your credit score up 100 points. Like, let's actually get it done. Work with Tiffany to get your business to the next level. Work with Kenyatta to get that loan that you weren't able to get, and get that house that you didn't think you were able to get. Like, let's get results in 2022, and let's be excellent. So if you want to see excellence on Clubhouse, make sure you follow all these moderators. Most importantly, make sure you follow Don. He does this room 4 days a week. I've been in this room with him for a couple months, and every day I learn something new. So if I learn something new every time I'm in the room, I'm sure you will as well. And make sure to share this room, share the replays, share his social media to all your friends and family. You're going to really bless them, and they're going to be, just like Anthony was saying, blown away. It never fails. Anybody that sees this information for the first time is blown away. They're going to thank you for bringing them in the room. So let's spread this gospel. With that being said, Don, I'm going to give you the last word. Let people know about Lorna's property and what they can get if they drop your name.
Save that information, and then contact Lorna about this fabulous property. This is a short-term rental. She has 3 or 4 of them. She's working on new ones all the time, but we're actually staying in one of them right now. And this is the view from, our bedroom balcony. Oh my gosh, look at this. We have several. This, I think we have like 3 or 4 balconies. I haven't even counted them all. This facility where we're staying now sleeps about 10. I mean, you can bring your whole family here, and there's more than enough bathrooms. There's more than enough bedrooms. It is great. Click on the link, and you see the pictures. Oh my gosh, the pictures are exactly what you're seeing here. All right, and if you mention the P.I.L.L method, you will get a discount like none other. Because this is one of my clients, folks. Yeah, she found me on the internet. She took action right away. And you'd be surprised how quickly she can pay this off because of all the interest we're saving her. It is amazing what we're doing. And how are we able to come here and just decide, you know what? I think, what do they call that? Lifestyle by design? Is that what they call it? Well, if you can save that interest and not give it to the bank, then you can spend that money on your lifestyle and be able to say, you know what, it's just too cold to work in Alabama right now. let's head over to St. Thomas, and we're going to be here for 10 days. Okay, so if I'm going to work, I might as well work from here. Doggone it. So listen, folks, I'm so glad that you're here today. We're going to be right back here on Friday. I'm looking forward to speaking with you. We're going to be exploding some more myths about finances, and we're going to be telling people the truth about how lending, interest, finances actually work, how you can, if you're a real estate investor, how you can set yourself up using the bank's money that you were supposed to pay them according to their contract, because you know now how to read the contract and how not to pay all of that interest. You can now level up and grow your portfolio, get more doors, get more property with the interest you would have paid the bank. And if you're not a real estate investor, listen, you're working a 9 to 5. You're raising your family. Let me tell you something. How would you like to pay off your mortgage, your student loans, your credit cards, your car loans, and all your other debt in an average of 7 to 9 years? Take that interest money that you would have paid the bank and then invest it and become a millionaire off the proceeds from investing money you would have given the bank in the form of interest. We're turning average families into millionaire families with this information. And it starts with my book and then getting, and also simultaneously getting a interest and savings report. Folks, what can I say? Take the information and implement the information. And not only can you set your family up for generational wealth, you can level up your lifestyle as well and come meet me in the Caribbean and let's go out to dinner. All right, folks. Kurt Nugent, take us out till Friday.